All right, this your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honor to the apostles of the great millstones I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquat that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled Study to Show Thyself Approved. All right, it's going to be entitled Study to Show Thyself Approved. Now, I got inspired to do this lesson because I was recently watching the GMS Dallas camp, and the ISUPK brother encountered them while they were out there, and Elder Yashawamba was pretty much telling him that, you know, ISUPK was going off with certain things that they were teaching. One of the main things is saying that John wasn't in the truth. And then, of course, he was bringing up other points as well. And the ISUPK brother was pretty much saying, well, you all can say that, but there's certain things that you all go off on too, as far as the GMS doctrine is concerned. And he asked him, he was like, well, what do we go off on? Because you already know he was going to bring out the truth about it. So one of the things that came up first, of course, was when a woman is able to get married or have sex, all right? Now, in ancient biblical times, a woman was able to have sex / get married when she was double her flower, all right? Meaning she was able to get married / have sex when she was finally able to have her period. And that can happen at a young age. In ancient biblical times, men were marrying women that were probably around the age of 13, 14 years old, all right? They were officially women. They were able to have children. But that's looked down upon in this world, all right? But we're bringing out the truth as far as how it was back in the ancient times. Because of course, that's one of the main things that comes out, so then they can label the ones that teaches the GMS doctrine as being weird, so to speak, all right? But anyway, you know, they was bringing that out, and they was speaking about a few other things. And then after that, you know, Elder Yashawamba was asking the brother certain questions, and he couldn't really answer any of them. He couldn't answer any of them, all right, at all. And you can tell that he was just pretty much watching the ISUPK videos and then just hearing certain things, and then he was just going out there and just saying pretty much everything that they were saying, and that was it. He wasn't actually going out there having knowledge of his own. And that's one of the main things that Apostle Tahar was saying about not ISUPK, IUIC. He was like, these are a bunch of zombies. They go and listen to these videos, all right? They have certain scriptures that's prepared for them, all right? And then they just go out there and pretty much recite it. That's it. They don't dig into these things for themselves. And that's one of the main things that you're supposed to do. And that's why I named this video, Study to Show Thyself Approved. One of the main things that you're supposed to do is get into these scriptures for yourself. That's why I always remember Apostle Gabar saying, you got to really understand what you're involved in. All right? You're going out and you're doing the work of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. When you get put on the spot, you got to be able to answer questions, man. And you got to be able to bring out the truth about the matters through the scriptures. Through the scriptures. Because if you go out there and you pretty much just have this mindset on, oh yeah, Esau's the devil, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the chosen people, yeah, World War III is gonna happen, and that's pretty much it, you pretty much setting yourself up for failure. All right? You're setting yourself up for failure because you don't really know what's going on as far as the scriptures are concerned. You just know the main things that you were taught, and that was it. And then you get the other things as far as other camps saying that don't listen to these camps because they teaching that Revelation 13 is talking about the chip, so forth and so on. And they just be like, oh, okay, cool. Well, I won't teach it. They won't actually dig into them scriptures for themselves. Because that's one of the main things that you should be able to understand completely. It's the MOTB. When you go into Revelation 13, go into the Greek, all right? You'll see that the word there is charagma. Then you go in even deeper, the other word is charax. And it's speaking about something that's gonna impale, something that's supposed to inject you. All right, it's pretty simple. It's super simple. So when you put 2 and 2 together, you're like, yeah, the MOTB is the chip. But a lot of them will not dig that deep and actually study to see what's going on. And this is why you're supposed to, you know, I always remember certain brothers saying, it was like, man, look, every day you should at least be trying to read 3 chapters a day, man. 3 chapters a day from whatever book, study, and even say in the book of Revelation, blessed is he who readeth. You got to read, man. You got to read. Anything else that you're doing out of the day can wait. Get that over with, man. And not even saying it like that, but, you know, make sure that you put in that work. Because if you don't put in that work, like I said, anybody could walk up on you when you at camp, ask a certain question, and then when you get to the point where you fumbling, you don't look good, man. You pretty much just out there just because you think you believe in something. This is not a thing where you're supposed to think that you in something. You're supposed to be 144% in, all right? You got to go out there and be ready to answer these questions. The scriptures say you're supposed to be apt to teach. You got to get into this, man, so you'll bring out the correct doctrine. Because at the end of the day, that's what's going to happen. All right? That's exactly what's going to happen. A lot of people are going to realize who was right and who was wrong once prophecy starts happening. Then they're going to run to the people who are teaching the right thing. So that's what we need to do. Always study to show ourselves approved, all right? Point blank, period. All right? I'm going to end it with that. I got to cut it short because I'm always almost at the plantation. I wanted this to be longer, but things happened this morning. But study to sort ourselves approved, man. Don't go out there and be fumbling and speaking and not even knowing what you're talking about, man. Get in those scriptures and do what you're supposed to do, all right? So I'm going to end it with that. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles of the great millstones I learned this truth from. Honor to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the 4 corners of the earth with their truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquat that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazad, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.